is Russell Wilson cooked?
Yep.
You think so?
I said this at the time, man. We were in here debating upgrades at quarterback for the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I've already seen Russell Wilson play for the Browns before, and it was Jeff Garcia. I don't know if people remember. People were very excited. He was a championship caliber quarterback, came to Cleveland back half of his career, wasn't any good. I do think Russell Wilson is washed up, though, and I think we're starting to see this for the Broncos. Really, we started to see this towards the end of last year where he failed with Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Pete Carroll, one of the great coaches of all time. And now I get that these Denver Broncos have a lot going wrong for them. There's been some injuries already. Nathaniel Hackett looks like a surefire thing to be one and done. He's the closest thing I've seen to Freddie Kitchens since Freddie Kitchens. So I don't know what they're going to do. But yeah, Russell Wilson looks really bad, and he's definitely deserves part of the blame in my mind for the Broncos' shortcomings this season.
I don't know. I wouldn't say he's cooked right now because sometimes I feel like he's like physically he's all there, but I feel like the play calling is not that great at sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? And if you got two good running backs like that, use these running backs, and then Russ will handle everything on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I just think the play calling is not there.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in these Denver Broncos at all. And there was so much hype going into it because they got Russell Wilson. They had extended Cortland Sutton. Obviously, Jerry Jeudy, a young, promising receiver. With those two running backs, they got a good defense with Bradley Chubb and those guys. I just didn't see it. It was the same thing to me. These Denver Broncos, to me, are the same thing as the 2019 Cleveland Browns, where there was so much hype. There were so many big stars that came to town. They traded so much draft capital for a superstar in Russell Wilson, the same way the Browns did for Odell Beckham Jr., but it isn't working. It's not working, and I do think Nathaniel Hackett and the play calling deserves a big chunk of the blame, and some of the clock management stuff that he's done. He looks like an absolute bonehead out there in Denver, and I don't really know what they're going to do because they still have a lot of season left to go. It's like you said, well, like we were saying, only 3 games in, and that dude looks like one of the worst coaches that we've ever seen, at least in a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to get some stuff going and fast, or that's not going to be able to get the job done if they want to go to the playoffs out of the AFC.
Yeah, definitely. Especially you look at that conference, maybe a little bit overrated rather in that division.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs, they just took a loss to the Indianapolis Colts, who were 0-2. It looked like they should have been 0-3, and the Chiefs went down. You have the Raiders, the only winless team in the National Football League. Maybe that AFC West is a little bit overrated, and maybe it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, especially with Justin Herbert injured as well. It could be wide open, and maybe that could end up being a blessing for Russell Wilson's Broncos, that division might not be as good as we thought it would be.
Yeah, right now, out of that division, I'm going to have to say the Chiefs are looking like they're going to be coming out of there well above everybody else.
Yeah, and it's proven that they're not even without flaw after just letting Matty Ice cook on them. And I got some Colts fans that were saying that they did not deserve to win that game, and the Chiefs kind of gave it away. So we'll see what happens, but definitely that's something I have my eye on. Also, we have to point out on the show, the Denver Broncos have played in primetime, twice already? I feel like I've seen them so many times.
Yeah.
They still play 3 more primetime games. Roger Goodell is absolutely force-feeding us this atrocious Broncos team, this Russell Wilson addition that looks like he's seen better days and he's moved on to greener pastures. And I don't want to see the Broncos play in primetime 3 more times.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting bad, man. The fans were booing. What I mean? They were 3-0 and 3-0, and yeah, it was getting bad, man.
Yeah.
And as a fan, yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah.